welcome to the 120th solo episode. This is your moment, your pause, your place to come back to yourself. I'm Esther Buerki, author of Living Without Fear and co-creator of the Amazon bestseller Inspire Journeys. Whatever brought you here, I'm honored to be with you. And if today's episode speaks to you or brings someone to mind, please pass it on. Let's keep spreading light. And if you want to stay close, subscribe to my newsletter or connect with me on YouTube. Your presence, your heart, your time, they mean the world to me. Thank you for being here. And today's episode comes from a very real place in my heart. I want to talk about something I've been moving through quietly, deeply, and now out aloud. I feel lonely, not constantly, not every moment, but there's an ache that comes when you start realizing that some of your friendships don't feel alive anymore. Some of my old friendships, they just don't fit anymore. And it's not because there's been some big argument. It's more subtle, a fading, and it hurts. Because I gave so much of myself. I was always the one reaching out, checking in, suggesting to meet. I poured so much energy into those relationships. And when I look back now, I see that I rarely received the same in return. And here's something very personal I want to share with you. When my sons were younger, teenagers, I put a lot of energy into friendships, more than I maybe should have. I have to confess something, and it's hard to say, but there were times when I valued my friends more than my boys, not because I didn't love them. Oh, I did, deeply. But I thought it was important for them to see that their mother had a social life, that I had people around me, that I wasn't lonely or leaning too much on them. I believed I was doing the right thing. I wanted to model joy, friendship, connection. But today, I feel a much stronger bond with my two sons than I did back then. Because today, I put them first. They come before anyone else. And that shift in me, it has changed our relationship in such a beautiful way. And here's something even more touching. Both of my sons, now 19 and 21, each have a few very close friends. They are rarely alone. They surround themselves with their people, their chosen family. And when I see that, when I see the joy in their eyes, the laughter, the ease in their friendships, it makes me so happy because I feel that they get it. They understand the beauty of connection, and that means the world to me. Still, I find myself standing in this in-between space, letting go of old friendships that no longer nourish me, and holding a quiet longing for new ones that feel more aligned with who I am becoming. I see it in many areas of my life, even in places where I should feel connected, like at my local swimming club. I've been part of the club for years. Every Saturday morning after training, we gather around the table with coffee. It's warm in a way, comforting to sit beside people who love the same sport, who start their weekend in the same rhythm. And yet, so often I feel lonely there. Not because I'm alone, but because I don't feel seen. The conversations stay on the surface. We smile, we sip, we talk about small things, and sometimes that's enough. But most of the time, I leave feeling a little bit empty. It's strange, isn't it? To feel lonely in the middle of a group, to feel like your heart is full of thoughts you long to share, but there's no opening, no invitation. Every now and then I get to speak with one or two people I connect with more deeply. And when they're there, I feel lighter. But when they're missing, it's just me again, floating quietly inside. That's the kind of loneliness that might surprise you, because it doesn't look like loneliness from the outside, but inside it stings. And I share this not to complain, but to be real, because I know many people feel this too. In clubs, in churches, at work, even in families. And I want you to know, if you felt this, you're not imagining it. You're not too much. You are not too sensitive. You're just ready for something deeper. And that's what I'm ready for too. Now I long for friendships that feel soft and safe, where there's no competition, no performance, just a calm presence, a true listening, a real joy in being together. Friendships where we check in not because we have to, but because we want to, because we genuinely care. I want conversation where I can say, this is what's on my heart today. And the other person will pause and hold it with me. I've realized I don't want 100 contacts anymore. I want a few soul-deep connections, ones where I can breathe. And maybe you feel the same. If that's you, here are a few gentle questions I invite you to reflect on. What kind of friendships am I longing for now? Who makes me feel like I can be fully myself? What does my heart need in connection? Just notice what comes up. No pressure, just gentle awareness. And maybe if it feels right, you take one small step this week. Maybe you send a voice message to someone you miss. Maybe you say yes to something new. Or maybe you simply stay open, because openness itself is an invitation. And I want you to remember this. There's nothing wrong with you if you feel lonely right now. It means your heart is awake. It means you're longing for truth. And that longing, it's holy. The people you long for, they are longing for you too. Keep your heart open. Keep trusting the space. You are not alone on this path. If you want to get more conscious about the relationships you want to have in the future, let me know. I'm very grateful to guide you because I know myself. It is important to have someone who guides you in this inner work. Also, if this episode touched you, I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts on Instagram, YouTube, or per email. Thank you, dear listener, for spending your precious time with me. You're amazing, and you are a gift to everyone who crosses your path. If no one has told you this today, let me say it again. You're worthy, you deserve to be loved, and you matter. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you next week.